In this video, I'm going to be talking about tracking the macros, but just one of them, protein. There always comes to that point in a relationship where you've got to ask yourself that question, to track or not to track all of the macros. MyFitnessPal may be your best friend when you log in and it says you've logged in for 1,233 days in a row. And if you break that chain, it's like losing a girlfriend. But you might be that person who needs to track all of the macros every single day. You may track every single carb killer bar. Let me know in the comment section below. What's your favourite? Mine's white chocolate. And if you want to send them to me, I'll send you my address in the comment section. But more importantly, today we're going to be looking at 13 different tracking strategies that we go through on the Shredded by Science Academy. But today we're going to look at one in particular, the protein semi-track. So as you can see, this is our nutrition tracking pyramid, and there's 13 different methods. Now, each method will be suited to a different type of person. So you can see the higher up you go on the pyramid, the more nutritional knowledge and age you have, the more motivation you have, the more experience of tracking, and your goals may be a little bit more extreme, like getting on stage in your skin piece to show your striated glutes. But today we're going to go mid-range. We're going to look at the protein semi-track, and there's 2-tier systems for this. So what is protein semi-track? This is something I come up with, and funny story, me and Alan Aragon, or as I call him, Sir Alan Aragon, he was over here for one of his conferences, and we're at a bar and we're contemplating doing a whole bottle of tequila, and we're talking about tracking macros as you do. And I said, well, I use like a protein semi-track, which means I just track my protein intake, and I know roughly how many calories are in certain portion sizes of rice, potato, etc. And what I do is I track my protein and I track my body weight. And as you can see, we've got a 2-tier system, something I've developed over time. And tier 1 would be track your protein, track your body weight on a daily basis, so you're getting a weekly average of your weight. And then also other things you can include is, if you wanted to, you could include actual physical measurements or photos or just how clothes feel on you. But the main ones is the protein and weighing yourself daily. If your weight is dropping down between say 0.5 to 1% and your goal is to lose weight, then just keep doing what you're doing. If your weight's not budging on the weekly average, then that means you need to make better decisions. You may reduce the amount of rice you have or the amount of pasta, or you just make better decisions in regards to having leaner sources of protein. So that's tier 1. There's not much pressure on your life. You're just tracking protein because, as we know, that is the most important thing ever in the world. And we're using other metrics which don't require us to track all of the macros every single day. But if you wanted to get a little bit more accurate with it, you can do tier 2, which is exactly the same. The only difference now is that you are tracking calories. So you could use MyFitnessPal, and if you are, then you pretty much might as well track all of the macros. But if you're not, you can track your protein intake, calculate your calories, whether you make a note on your phone or write it down on a piece of paper or a journal, and then still do your body measurements, still do your weekly average, and making decisions on whether you need to decrease portion sizes or increase portion sizes. So when I get the question, what's the best diet? Well, it depends. But just saying it depends doesn't give you a natural answer. So as you can see, we've got 13 different tracking strategies. So you should look at your current goals, where you currently are physique-wise, and where you want to be. So at the moment, the protein semi-track is great for me because I'm not looking to get on stage in my skin piece, but next September I am. So if I just stuck to one approach and married it, and I was that, if it fits your macros, paleo, low carb, high carb, whatever it is, then it's not really going to work for a long period of time. It's not going to be sustainable. So next year I will have to go higher up on that continuum. I will have to get more accurate with my tracking because I will be stepping on stage in my skin piece. If you like the video, hit like. If you haven't subscribed yet, come on now. I've asked you many a times, please subscribe, help the community grow. And remember, carb killer bar, what's your favorite one? Put it in the comment section.